What's up, Trophy Hunter? New sale in the PlayStation Store, Planet of the Discounts. So I thought it's time for another recommendation video. This time I picked up 15 games, and believe me when I say there will be at least one game for everyone.
I don't believe you.
I'm starting with the cheap ones and then I'm working my way up to the more quality ones.
Let's go!
The first game on my list is Ramp Car Racing. Just $1 and actually it's an enjoyable game. But unfortunately the trophy list is very boring. The game offers a lot of levers and it's possible to upgrade your car. So it's possible to spend a few hours with this game, but like I said before, the trophy list is very boring. You only have to complete 12 levers and the platinum is yours. So if you only buy the game for the trophies, you only will have 10 minutes of fun. If you're looking for a more challenging but still fun platinum, check out Ruina. Just $3 instead of 20 and definitely worth a try. The game is a cyberpunk top-down shooter with a pretty fast-paced gameplay. There are two trophies which can give you a bit of trouble. The first one is Hacker, you need to complete the game on hard difficulty, and the second trophy is God Mode On, which requires to finish the game without dying, but fortunately this can be done on easy. Next one is a game I already mentioned a few times in my sale videos, Little Orpheus. Well, this time I put the game on the list again because it's a very good deal, just $3 instead of 13. Pretty cool game, 2 playthroughs are required, a perfect game if you ask me for kids. Very enjoyable, unfortunately the second playthrough can be a bit annoying. But fortunately the game is kinda short. Next one is a very good deal, Dolman Cross by PS4 and PS5, just $4 instead of 40. It's a Souls-like game and let's say it's basically a more indie version of The Surge. I already completed both versions of this game because I like sci-fi Souls-like games. And most of the time it was pretty fun. There is also a way to play online, you can play against bosses with another player, but to be honest I never found another player. And another big plus for me personally is the game isn't too long. So if you enjoy Souls-like games you can give the game a try. Next one is another great deal, Strange Brigade Digital Deluxe Edition, just $4 instead of 80. The edition contains some weapon packs and of course the season pass. The game is basically zombie army, just with mummies and other mythological creatures. Please keep in mind there are some co-op trophies, so I highly suggest get a friend and play through the game. Next game on my list is Creature in the Well, less than $4 if you're a PS Plus member. And this is a very unique game. It's a top-down pinball inspired hacking slash dungeon crawler. So this means you have to use some pinball mechanics to interact, solve puzzles, earn power, reveal secret doors and defeat creatures. But no worries, the platinum isn't really too difficult and fortunately there are no missable trophies. Next game is Eastern Exorcist, which let's say it's Sekiro in 2D. Most of the trophies in this game are just story related. There is just one annoying trophy, you need to finish the game at least on normal difficulty at level 1. Well, it's possible to upgrade weapons and skills so long as they stay at level 1. A good tip is start the game on casual and try to stay at level 1 and then go for the trophy in New Game Plus. Of course on normal difficulty, which makes the game a bit easier. Next game on my list is a masterpiece if you ask me, Bramble the Mountain King. An absolutely awesome adventure game. This one is cross-buy between PS5 and PS4 and finally it's available for a good price. $14 instead of 30 and worth every cent. The game has a pretty tough trophy, you need to complete the entire game without dying. And believe me, this is a tough one. But you can cheat this with backup saves. So you can basically save your game via backup save or USB whenever the game autosaves. And in case you die, simply reload your backup save. If you use the backup save method, it's a 3 out of 10, but without the backup save method, it's definitely a 6 out of 10. Maybe more because playing through this game without dying is really tough. If you need some assistance with the game, check out my platinum walkthrough on my channel. From one cool game to another one, next one is Choo Cho Charles, and no worries, this one is also available on PS4. Well, this game was a hell of a surprise because it was really fun. It's an open world and your goal is to solve a lot of quests, but you get chased by a monster train. With a walkthrough it's possible to get the platinum easily in less than 1.5 hours. If you need some assistance, I have a full platinum walkthrough on my channel. But I suggest play through the game at least once without the guide. This will take roughly 3 hours. Pretty cool and unique game, unfortunately only 20% off. So only buy it if you really want it, because I guess in 1 or 2 months it will be a lot cheaper. The next 2 upcoming games are Postal games. The first one is Postal Brain Damaged. This game is pretty fun and some mechanics are pretty well implanted. The only real annoying thing about this game are the collectibles. Otherwise it's a pretty fun game, and of course it's a Postal game, a pretty bloody one. And the second Postal game is Postal Redux. The game reminds me a bit of the good old GTA games. The game requires multiple playthroughs, but it's kinda short. It's definitely a bit of a challenge, especially the speedrun trophy. You need to complete the original campaign in less than 30 minutes. The next game is only for hardcore players, Wanted Dead. First, this platinum was unobtainable, but now after almost 1 year they finally fixed the game. This game is pretty cool and plays like an old school PlayStation 2 hack and slay game. Unfortunately the trophy list for this game is horrible, grindy, annoying and very difficult. Especially the trophies for the minigames. For example, there is a minigame where a song plays 7 minutes and you need to complete this minigame without making any mistakes. A 7-minute song, so as you can see, very annoying. But the game itself is pretty fun to play, and if you don't really care about the platinum, you can give the game a try. And if you find yourself struggling on the normal difficulty, there is a cheat code to unlock an easy mode. The next game on my list is my Yasma Chronicles. This game meets tactical turn-based combat with RPG elements. The game reminds me a lot of Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. $20 instead of $50, definitely worth a try if you like this kind of games. Technically it would be possible to get all the trophies in a single playthrough, but this is not recommended. And yes, there are also difficulty related trophies. You need to complete the game on the highest difficulty. So this game is definitely only for genre fans. The next game on my list is Like a Dragon Gaiden. Unfortunately only 30% off, but the game is relatively new. This is a perfect game for trophy hunters. First, the game is super fun to play, the platinum is relatively easy and can be achieved in less than 30 hours, which is a perfect time if you ask me. And last but not least, it's possible to auto-pop all the trophies from PS4 to PS5, which is definitely another big plus. So even with only 30% off, worth every single cent. And last but not least is Wild Hearts. So if you already have completed Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak, this is the only option you have left. Because gameplay wise it's pretty similar. And the platinum in this game is not such a big grind like in Monster Hunter. So guys, these are my recommendations. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for the attention. See you in my next one.